We are so pleased to see you again, meet her here. Last time we were in Shanghai, this time in Moscow. We all know you are from Ghana, a country which is very much a good friendship with China. I myself has worked as an interpreter when Chairman Rawlings met with Chairman Deng Xiaoping. That was 4 decades ago. And we also went to different parts of China. So obviously, Chairman Rawlings said he has learned a lot from China. And Chinese also said, please don't copy our experience, explore your own way forward. So what's your thinking about the Ghana's development in specific and also West Africa in general? So many coups and the French is out. So could you tell our Chinese audience a bit about Ghana, about West Africa?
First of all, the relations between Ghana and China started developing in the late 1950s and actually matured with the special friendship that was developed between President Nkrumah and Prime Minister Zhou Enlai. Initially, the focus of this relationship was on the acceleration of the national liberation movement, Africa's freedom from the tentacles of colonialism. It extended also to the fight against racism in its worst form in South Africa, apartheid. And then from then on, it has moved on, currently, to providing alternatives for Africa's development in the field of science, in the field of technology, broadly economic development and so on. And the Belt and Road Initiative has played a very critical role. It has offered us opportunity to look elsewhere for the resources that we need in order to advance. You do know that Africa was divided into several countries in 1884 in Berlin, in the conference which was called by Otto von Bismarck. There was no African at the table.
Scramble for Africa.
Scramble for Africa. And they divided Africa up. As a result, before the development of the mobile phone, if English-speaking Africa wanted to speak to French-speaking Africa, we had to do it through Europe. If you look at the railway network, all the railways are from the ports to areas of concentration of wealth. So we need to build a new infrastructure which will link African countries and make it possible for us to walk towards the unification, political and economic unification of Africa. And the Belt and Road Initiative offers us a huge opportunity to break this communication infrastructure, which is colonial in its essence, and to build a new one, which will be looking at African aspirations and so on. One of the greatest things.
You know, for the BI initiative, we know China has promoted since 11 years, and it achieved a lot of results in Africa, in other parts of the world. It's amazing because behind this BI is a Chinese idea called the discussing together, working together, building together, and benefiting together. It seems this is an idea that flies. So treat each other as equals.
I mean, China is not telling us what to do. It's not imposing its own ideas. China is helping us to realize our own ideas. There's no imposition. It is not a colonial relationship. It is not an imperialist relationship. It's a relationship amongst friends, amongst citizens of the world who want to build a new world. A new world in which no child goes to bed on an empty stomach. A new world without a bomb. A new world of prosperity for all people. And this is the most remarkable thing about the Chinese experience.
And what do you think of the latest several rounds of the coup d'etat in West Africa, starting with Benin and other countries, and the French troops withdrew? Is this the end of an era and starting of a new era, dawn of a new era, or it's an overreading of the situation? What's your take on that? What symbolizes?
That's the new African response.
I see.
To decades of colonialism and decades of neocolonialism. Is the Africans standing up and saying, we cannot take it anymore. We need to build based on our own reality. We need to build based on our own ideas about our future and so on. I mean, you cannot forget, for example, that all French-speaking African states had to keep a substantial part of their foreign reserves in the Central Bank of France.
That's true.
They had no access to their own money. And the French could actually use their money without paying interest and so on. You know. Now this is part of the move to break away from that. French control of vital resources like uranium, like lithium, and so on, also came into question. So this is the African rising up again after the defeat of colonialism, and to say we would not have neo-colonialism. Initially, it may lead to some destabilization. Don't forget that the insurgency, you know, in the Sahel has grown. And until the coup in Burkina Faso,
Burkina Faso as well.
More than 50% of the land territory of Burkina Faso was in the hands of insurgents. You have the Azawad movement, which is seeking to control Mali and Guinea and so on. So this is a region which is highly unstable. And we are hoping that the configuration, the alliance, the military alliance of the three countries will strengthen them to defeat the insurgents. We are also very extremely happy about Russian assistance to the three countries, you know, and hope that other countries will provide them substantial assistance in order to be able to defeat the insurgents.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.